Queens. First of all, I'm a New York nigga. New kicks, new chicks, and new fitted. You could put me anywhere, I'ma kick it. 125th G-Dep, let's get it. I hate when niggas say you make real hip-hop. I will still fuck your bitch in Gucci flip-flops. The problem is if I say anything intelligent, you call it conscious like it's somehow not relevant. I agree that this ain't really for KOD, but say la vie out the bows in the SUV. On my way to the Black Oscars, the late Oscar Grant is getting honored. Somebody tell Ryan Coogler he's a monster. And Magic and Jordan will be the sponsors. The great Quincy Jones will pick the artist. For the Robert Glasper Ensemble. Oh, look, it's the LeBron sipping on Armand with the Simmons and the Carters and Obamas. Alright, let me not get your hopes up. The joke's up, got you niggas nervous like the ropes up. Now I'm not as melanated as the greatest, but I know chocolate Lugasa niggas who don't say this. Who's the nicest nigga you
Welcome
know
to the
of?
Misfits of Comedy podcast. It is your boy CJ Travels in the house. I have my guest, Miss Peyton Johnson. I'm happy to have you. My daughter's name is Peyton, actually.
Really? With the E?
Exactly, spelled the way. Yesterday was her birthday.
Way.
Yeah,
Really?
Yesterday was her birthday. She turned 6.
Wow.
So you dope in my
Good
eyes.
name. Good
Peyton's
name.
very dope name. Everybody's like, "Why you name Peyton?" I like unisex names.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Big on that.
Yeah.
So, I want my kids to get jobs.
Yeah, 100%. Similarly to what my mother said. Yeah.
Right, you're not gonna tell
Right.
until you get there. Like, oh,
I got
okay.
a lot of male scholarships going to college. I had a lot of people like emailing me being like, "Oh, this is a men's scholarship," because they didn't
Yeah, you
know.
know.
Yeah, it's traditionally.
You didn't apply?
No, I didn't apply. Like
I
they
just
just
got it
reached
and
out. My
showed
grades
up.
were like that though.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I can believe it. All right. So where you from?
I'm from Aurora, Illinois. Are you familiar with Wayne's World?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, where he goes reporting live from Aurora. That's where I'm from.
So there's black people in Aurora. Okay.
Yes, it's the second biggest city in Illinois, actually.
Really?
Yes.
So what? Chicago?
Yeah.
He's from
And we're
Chi.
like, oh yeah, absolutely. We're like 20, 30 minutes outside of the city.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, suburban, corn-fed.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long you been out here?
I will have been in Atlanta for 2 years.
Oh, you a
Yeah.
newbie.
Yes, I am.
You a new implant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I moved to be an actor. I still am an actor.
Okay.
I just kind of stumbled into stand-up. I worked at the Shakespeare Tavern.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
I've heard it.
Yeah, in
That's the one on
Midtown?
P Street, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely, down the street
I
from the
passed by
Fox.
it. Yeah, absolutely. So you still do acting?
Yeah.
What have you seen you in anything?
At the Shakespeare Tavern, yeah, I started in something last summer.
Come on, it's Tubi time, baby. You got to expand your wings.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do a lot. I wrote a TV show recently.
Nice.
And we're going into production with that next year.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Who's gonna pick that up?
It's an independent film right now, and then it's not a film, sorry, it's a TV show, and then we're hoping to put it into like festival seasons.
What is it about?
Things like that. It's called ORL, the Office of Res Life, because I was an RA in college, and there are no TV shows about RAs in college because all the fancy people who are now TV stars were too busy torturing their RAs. But I happen to be both.
You was torturing and you became an RA?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one you like better, the torturing or being an RA?
Torturing, definitely.
Really?
Being silly, yeah. Wreaking chaos, whatever.
I was
Yeah.
cool on my RAs.
Yeah.
They let me get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, if you're cool, they're cool. I mean, it's weird being like a campus cop. I got called a cop a few times.
Wow. I never
know.
thought about it that way.
I know, definitely. For no good reason. I'm just
You all working for the
following
man.
orders. Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I literally, my room was right next to my RA, so I couldn't get away with much shit. I
Yeah.
had to be cool with him.
Yeah, 100%. That's the only way to do
people
it.
past
Yeah.
him without him fucking.
No, my residents were cool. We'd go out drinking. I can say it now.
Nice.
Yeah, we'd go out drinking. It's funny when you're the RA because then they're like, oh, they're not supposed to be out.
Right.
And then that's how you get free drinks. I'm like, ha ha ha.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 years out in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being in Atlanta? How's the Atlanta scene treating you?
I like it. Comedy-wise, it is thriving. It's really, really cool. I started doing comedy here. People, when I tell them, I mean, I've been funny my whole life. That's
Okay.
what my mom says.
Okay.
But when I tell people that, like, I'm from the Chicagoland area, they're like, oh, you must have, like, moved here to do that. And that's not really the truth. I kind of...
So as soon as you got here, you kind of like, yeah, I want to do comedy.
A couple months after. I hope this person doesn't mind that I tell this story.
No, tell it. Say names.
But I think
Put a name on that bullet.
So I know, unfortunately. Well, I think this boy was flirting with me.
Most likely.
And he was like, "Oh, hey, I want to start doing stand up. Like, let's get a group of people. Let's do stand up." And then we ended up going together to the Laughing Skull. That was my first.
Very
sent my
well-known
email.
place to do first time. Mm-hmm.
Sent my email. We prepared for months, which now I don't do nearly as much preparation as I did then. And then I ended up doing really good. And then he did not. And then he decided to stop. But at that point, when you're a woman in comedy, other women are like, hey,
keep going.
Roll with us. We'll make sure that you're safe. And I've met a lot of very kind and devoted women in comedy that have like made my artistry like very well rounded.
Nice. That was one of my questions. How do you think, because it's such a male dominated not sport, but dominated art form, what's women's impact in this art form?
Oh my God.
How important is y'all voice?
Important. That's interesting. I think it's very important. Okay. Whether or not people listen is one thing. I mean, I walk into a room, I'm 5'2". Like, I have to make everyone like, hey, down here, definitely. You know what I mean? I mean, the fact that I'm even here makes me feel like I'm starting to be taken more seriously as a comedian. I know that I'm taken seriously other places, but it's hard to get recognition at first, and I don't know why. And I wasn't prepared for that aspect as well, because my background's in musical theater. It's very friendly. It's very cutesy.
Right.
And that's just not the case. A lot of comedians are...
It's a gladiator sport.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
dog.
They're socially anxious to begin with, and then you add a woman, and then you add an attractiveness layer, like what have you, to whoever.
Oh, don't be attractive and funny. You are.
Yeah.
You're a problem.
Yeah.
You're a problem. No, for real. You're a problem.
And then you have the audacity to be funnier than someone. It's invoked a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. I'm only 25.
Yeah, it's cliquish.
Yeah.
You learned that?
Yeah.
And kind of cutthroat?
I don't know about cutthroat.
Oh, you'll see.
Okay. I believe you.
Certainly.
I've been traveling with comedy, actually. I did a run in New York a couple months ago, and then whenever I go home to Chicago, I do some shows. But I really like the scene in Atlanta. Even though it's cliquey, yeah, but it's more friendly. It's more inclusive. Like, a lot of people just like swoop you up and like, yeah, we're in a clique, but like you're gonna be in mine, you know.
I did some shows in Atlanta and New York too. I had a comedian last week that's from New York and said she hates comedy out here in Atlanta and prefers in New York better.
Why?
She said it feels like it's like they recognize your talent more and they'll pay you for it. Out here, it's still like a lot of do stuff for exposure type of thing, and they won't give you the opportunity and pay you for your proper talent.
Yeah, it's easy to get robbed. Yeah.
Which I agree to a lot of extent.
Yeah.
I think because it's so saturated with so many comedians, it's harder to stand out here. Mm-hmm. Not saying like New York isn't.
Yeah.
But it's such a melting pot of comedians from different places that you really have to do things to kind of stand out. Your material really has to stand out, and you got to be out there, out here.
That's really interesting. I think what the part of the scene I got sucked into, very saturated Caucasian. So I think that's
I know
why.
Exactly what scene you talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
And I have a really, really, really good friend who's also very talented in comedy. Her name is Mira Mason.
Okay.
She's at Flesh Eating Virus. She's my girl for real. And we do our best not to be jealous. Like, hey, how'd you get on that show? Like, we have a very balanced friendship. But at one point, I was getting a lot more shows than her through the summer. And we were talking about it. I said, I don't know if it's any more, I don't know if the position I'm in is better or worse than yours, because I feel like a token sometimes. Like, I feel like they needed a woman, and then it added on to the fact that I was a black woman at the time.
That makes sense.
Because they're not, you know. And you see how I'm cheesing all the time. I'm palatable.
Yeah. You're friendly to the line.
Yeah. I'm like, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Some things work, but other things I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this opportunity to actually advocate for other
Absolutely do it.
Women.
Do you do a lot of urban rooms too, little black rooms too, or you just?
I used to. No, I do like it. Our bar. That was one of the first places I ever went. I would hit Noni's.
Yeah.
I would hit, like, I was an Edgewood comedian, so I would hit Noni's, church every other Thursday, and our bar. And then I used to, what is that one? 10 ATL. 10 ATL and EAV. I really like that room. That's fun. Yeah.
That's Schofield's room, right?
Yeah. Love her.
Yep, she's been on the show
Love her. When I went and did a run in New York, I saw her picture at the Grizzly Pear. I said, "What the hell is Vanetta doing here?"
Right.
It was really exciting.
So you haven't done Uptown, you haven't done Atlanta Comedy Theater, a lot of other.
I haven't done Uptown yet. I've been to a show there. I haven't done it yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, how long for you now? That is 2 years.
Yeah.
How long is it for you to now develop a bit and really develop it to a point where you're comfortable doing over and over time?
Oh wow, my writing process.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. Oh, I think it's still. I don't
still
know.
got the rookie vibes on you. So how the process?
To process.
Write a joke from beginning to end, and then kind of get comfortable with doing it.
It used to be, I would say for the first 6 months, I would have a new set every single time. It was a pretty good 5. But then I get so comfortable knowing exactly what's going to get a laugh and get nervous again. I'd probably say it takes me 2-3 weeks to like really flesh something out and have it be good. I'm not afraid to get up at like Limerick, like the 2-minute mic, and say something really, really dumb that I haven't said out loud outside of my notebook yet. I would say maybe 2 weeks. I'll be nice. I'll say 2 weeks.
Okay. How do you handle hecklers?
Oh gosh.
Have you been heckled?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been heckled a couple times. Oh man. How do I handle? No.
No, you tell me.
I know. I'm trying to think of like getting flashbacks from the war. I'm like, no, please.
Get triggered.
I know, not triggered, but I'm like, oh god. I think I handle it pretty well. But the thing about me is I'm so friendly. People will be like, oh, like, okay, one that I've gotten, not to be full of myself, I got this at Starbar a couple weeks ago. She's like, "You're beautiful." I'll stop my joke and be like, "What?" Like, I'm like, it's not that I'm bad at it. I'm too conversational, you know? I'm very conversational, but I think I handle it well. I'm like, "Oh, you think I'm beautiful?"
So you
Well,
don't attack them, you kind of like go to conversation.
No.
Okay.
I'll have a conversation with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to go back and forth. I have one joke about, I don't know if you've seen any of like my longer sets, but I have this one joke about white boys, and I get a lot of talkative white boys sometimes. Not all the time. A lot of the times it makes them like shut up and be quiet and like get all shy. But some of them are like, "Hey, you know, you just never tried white boys. You never tried this one." Da, da, da. And I'm like, you don't want to see me after the show. You don't want to see me.
Right.
I got hitters with me.
Not haters. I was just gonna ask you, what's your favorite joke you ever wrote? What's your favorite bit? My favorite joke that I've ever written. It's divisive. It's my first joke. It's the first joke I've ever written. I haven't gotten rid of it. It's about how I'm the first ever African American woman to have been a leash kid. Okay. Are you familiar with leash children? What's the leash children? Are you talking about when you walk around the store? Yeah. With a child in a backpack. So you're the first one? Yeah. I like that. Have you ever seen a black child on a leash? I have. Yeah. It's not where I'm from. They don't have that. It's strictly for white people, except for my mother, who thought she would be different. And I was I was just a very precocious child. And I started walking at 9 months, she told me. So I was like little and I was slippery and I'd like run through the bars of places. Yeah, slippery. Yeah, that's slippery. How she described you. Yes. So she had to leash me. And it makes sense. So so you was like, "Okay, Mom. Yeah, and I give you the pass." Yeah. And my mom hates that joke. But I'm like, I have a lot of jokes about my mom and the things she says. And I'm like, okay. I know, and she wants to support me so bad in everything I do. My mom hasn't been. They're up in Illinois. My dad's been to a few down here because he travels for work. But my mom, she's like, "Please stop talking about me." I'm like, "You shouldn't have done it. Like, why are you don't mad? Get shy now." You're great material. Because she'll put anything of mine on. I'm like, "Well, I learned it from you. This is the biggest compliment." That's funny. Yeah. You got to. I get a lot of mixed reviews about talking about being a leash kid. I had another black comedian. It was missing a punchline for a really long time. At first, it was a quick little throwaway, but I had this other comedian come up to me. He's like, "You need your black card removed for ever having been a leash." Like, he was so serious. And now the punchline is, okay, but that's not fair because I can't think of anything more black than being emancipated from chains. He helped. Yeah, he helped you. Yeah, he did. He did. So, he did. I get more hecklers in real life than on stage. Like after the show, they find me and they talk shit. I'm like, that means you're doing something. Yeah. When you start and they start that type me, you're doing something right. Yeah. I'm like, fuck it, y'all liked it. That's all. It's all good. Yeah. What type of comedian makes you laugh? Oh goodness.
I like absurdism. I really do. I like it when people take things too far.
I do too. I like border pushers.
Yeah, not in like, you don't have to be offensive. You just have to be so kooky. Matt Petchney is very, very kooky. He'll like pull out a slide whistle out of nowhere. Like, I like stuff like that. That makes me feel like I'm watching a cartoon. Prop comedians. It's surprising. It's not anything that I would ever write.
Like
but,
ventriloquism?
Like people who pull out like posters and like have like demonstrations, or Shelley Gruenberg, she pretends to be a rattlesnake and like she'll plant a maraca in between her boobs before she goes on. She's like, "Careful, I'll bite you," and then like when she shakes like this.
I never see that one.
Yeah.
I gotta look at
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
But it's so funny where it's like it takes you out of it because no one expects anyone to bring anything upstage with them. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a big fan of John Mulaney when I first started. Because unfortunately, this is embarrassing to talk about, but, like, I like the celebrity of it, like, you having, like, a parasocial relationship with him. Like, no, he would talk about his dog. I'm like, oh, I've seen pictures of his dog on Instagram. He's talking about his wife, his ex-wife now. He's like, oh, I've seen pictures of her. I know that she bakes. And, like, those tying back into each one of his specials, it layers it. It makes you feel way more comfortable than any other comedian talking about how much they hate women.
How much they Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what is the funniest joke you've ever heard?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, you're putting me on the spot. I should have thought.
I just not meant for you to think. Until
Okay.
now.
Funniest joke I've ever heard. Oh no, you're gonna have to come back. I'm like shuffling. I'm shuffling through people. I'm shuffling.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to.
I'll let you. We won't get back to. I'll let you get back.
Okay, I'm panicking. Oh, no.
White whole panic. So far, what has been the highlight? Like, since you've been on stage, and then what's the low point? Like a moment that you had, like, oh man, I can't forget this, and this shit almost made me quit, type thing. But,
Okay. Punchline theater was my high.
I love Punchline.
I took the Laugh Labs class with Lacey Larrabee, and the graduation, so to speak, is a sold out show at the Punchline, and you spend 8 weeks writing new jokes, and I did it. I looked amazing. I felt amazing. My family was there. My friends' families were there. There was drinking afterwards. It was amazing.
How long was your set?
It was 5 minutes, but at that point I had been doing comedy for a year, so I had like a solid 10. But this was a new 5, which was really exciting. Probably ended up being more like 6.
Now, this one.
I know.
When you start doing it, you're like 5.
I know.
That's why I don't do Laugh and Skull like that no more. I did it so many times, like 4.
It's a lot. I know.
What the fuck am I doing?
It's
4.
It's fun. I like 2 better than 4 or 5.
Do you?
Limerick, like saying like a quick something and getting out of
I'm not
there.
a one-liner. It's this hard. If I had a bunch of one-liners, I'd probably be fuck with it. But it's 2 minutes, just don't.
Yeah. I know, but like if you have something new and you just want to say it, this one guy got up the other night and he said something so foul, it was so gross, and no one was laughing. That's the type of absurdist shit that I like too. He was just like, the government says that we need to like cut back on having kids. I don't want a cream pie. I don't want a cream pie. I was like, at Limerick, and it's not broad daylight, but it feels like broad daylight. And they're like, what the hell is going on?
That's funny.
What the hell is going on? Yeah. A low? I don't know if I've been doing it long enough to have a low. I think, and I was just thinking about this, it's like I'm not edgy enough that I haven't like had a full-on bomb yet. Like a full-on bomb.
I don't think you gotta be edgy to get to have.
Or like I'm not pushing it enough. I'm not trying enough stuff. Like I'm doing like I'm holding back. I'm doing like some easy stuff.
You still finding your voice. Like someone told me, you still in 2 years you're not gonna find your voice.
Okay, I think the closest thing to a bomb that like made me leave the bar and like want to cry and throw up is one night at Noni's. I don't know. I went like second to last, and the restaurant was empty, and there were these 2 people who were paying attention the whole time, except for when I got up, and then I tried to like heckle them. I was just like, no, stop, this is the listening part of the show, and they weren't even listening. It was so devastating, and I'm like friends with the host. I was like,
I ain't got it. Come get this mic from me.
I said, yeah, you don't have to do your whole time. And then I went, and I was just like, I don't even want to go to Limerick anymore. But I went, and I bombed there too, I believe. So
not double. Got the double stank on you.
I like the risk of Limerick. I really like Limerick.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right, okay. I also like talking fast. So it's like, maybe I do like 4 jokes in 2 minutes.
Fuck no, I can never get off 4 drinks.
Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not that I'm getting them off, it's just that they're incoherent because I'm talking so fast.
No.
Yeah.
I think I did limerick 3 times. I was like, this 2-minute shit ain't for me.
Yeah.
Cause it's at 11:32. Cause I be sleepy. I'm old. I'm sleepy and shit. Like, when the fuck am I gonna go up?
Oh.
It's 12:15. I gotta pay for
that's awful,
parking or whatever the fuck you gotta do over there on the street. I don't like all that shit.
Yeah.
I
remember the funniest joke I ever heard.
Yes.
Okay. Also, Matt Petchney. This is like when I first started and I had my best friend with me and we're like, oh, look at all these guys. I don't know about the best joke actually, but this is one that like keeps me up at night. He was just like, I have baby fever. That's where I poopy in my diaper. And then he pulled out a slide whistle.
He poops in his diaper?
Yeah.
What?
He has baby fever. That's where I poopy in my diaper.
Okay, now
and he did like a little dance, and it was like really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling odd right now.
See, that's not the best joke I've ever.
Okay.
Yeah. I might have another one for you.
Okay. You just let me know.
Yeah, that's the one that keeps me up at night. That I'm like, why did he say that?
Yeah, that keeps me up. So I'm like, I'd have been at the show like, why the fuck you do that joke?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I always ask everybody this: top 5 comedians, dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
You would pay your last dollar to see if they came to Atlanta or wherever in your hometown.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh no. Definitely Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
For me. Quinta Brunson. I'd love to see her do stand up. You know Quinta?
I do, of course. Yes, I watched a lot of her stuff before she got on the elementary, Everett Elementary.
Yeah. Dulce Sloan. Big fan.
I don't know her, but okay.
She was just on the Eric Andre show. Oh, I'd also see Eric Andre.
Really? You like Eric Andre?
He is
quirky.
odd.
He's quirky to the motherfucker.
He's odd.
So yeah, if you like him, wow. Okay.
He's odd.
Shit.
I've seen, he's unsettling. I would want to watch him from the back. I feel like the front.
That motherfucker.
I feel like the front row is like the
so
splash zone.
different.
I don't know what would be wrong with him. And then.
You like the special?
Yeah, he's weird.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
He's weird. And I've seen John Mulaney so many times, so I don't know if I would want to see him again. Ali Wong. I haven't been able.
Ali Wong. Absolutely, yes, I agree. Ali Wong.
Is that 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ali Wong's great. Did you see her movie?
No, not yet.
You never saw the movie with her and the road rage thing?
No. Okay, that's on my watch list.
You have to watch it this
Amazing.
weekend. Hilarious.
Amazing.
And she wrote it and produced it.
Wow.
Very funny.
I love.
You ever watch Walking Dead?
No, not really.
All right, I'm about to say it's the Asian guy who's on Walking Dead. So both of them are.
It's called Beef, right? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Have to see it.
It looks good though. He's very handsome.
Very funny movie.
Yes.
Very funny movie. It escalates every episode.
Yeah. I love a handsome man.
Handsome man. There you go. I'll let you have that. Okay, I'll let you have that. We had a conversation last week, and I know you've seen the video about the young lady who talked about going on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, she's crazy. Oh, to the Cheesecake Factory? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Oyster Girl.
There's an oyster. I think
There's an
like
Oyster Girl
now thing too.
Have you seen the Oyster Girl?
No, I was talking about the Cheesecake Factory.
There's a girl on TikTok in Atlanta who went to this oyster bar on Tuesday. It's Oyster Tuesday, and you get like a dozen oysters for XYZ amount of money. It's like half off, and she's on a first date because some guy. She was like, this guy was talking to himself in my DM, so I decided to give him a chance. Take him out to the oyster bar. They get to the oyster bar. She eats 4 dozen oysters just to herself. It might have been 48. 48 oysters just to herself, right? And she's like TikToking the whole time. She's slurping. She's putting hot sauce on it. She's doing it. It's just for her. He gets a drink. She gets a drink. She gets a cocktail. Then in the TikTok video, she's like, ooh, what am I finna eat? Orders another meal on top of the oysters. And he goes to the bathroom and leaves and said, I'll pay for my drink, and stuck her with the bill. And she only tipped $11 on like $150 bill or tip, whatever. And everyone was like, oh, is this real? Is this real? Is this real? And then someone, like a waiter at the restaurant, said, yeah, that was real. Like she wasn't faking it. Like she had the flash on the oysters on this first date, slurping with the hot sauce. There's nothing wrong with it. Have your date. But 48 oysters to yourself and then you're going to order a meal? 48 oysters?
She thought he was going to flip the bill. That's what I'm talking about.
48 oysters? Well,
I've
never had oysters, and I like sushi. I like fish. I'm like, maybe but 48 like and then you still order food, that's what I'm still on.
Yeah, I don't.
With 2 lemon drops? Like you're drunk? You're drunk and you're eating oysters? I don't get it.
Oysters are considered aphrodisiac.
Yeah, I know.
So you slurping on the first date and might not fuck?
She was ready to go. That was crazy. I think like just one rack would have been enough. But it's like and then she still got more food. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. Like, ooh, I'm still hungry.
And he had nothing. I'm like, are oysters that not filling? I've never had
seafood really isn't that much.
That's true. But 48?
Still not. It's like crab legs.
48? I guess like when I have sushi, I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry like shit. Yeah,
it's not really feeling.
48? He didn't have any.
That was.
And she was like stacking them on top. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Go to the actual topic. I'm sorry.
No. That shit is even. That's better than the fucking
48?
cheesecake. Yeah.
48 oysters to yourself.
You know, his mind was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
But he didn't order anything. He didn't order any
because he already knew in his mind, yeah, this bitch about to break my pockets. And it's probably not gonna end with nothing else.
But it was Oyster Tuesday, so they were way cheaper than what they usually are.
It don't even matter. When she said, "Oh, I want something else," looked at the menu again. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom."
Yeah. And then some other girls on TikTok went there, and they were treating it like an oyster girl challenge. They're like, let's see if we can eat 48 oysters between two people, and they couldn't do it. They were like, we could. I was like, 4 racks of oysters? What is going on? Maybe I don't know. She's thick, yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with thicker, but I'm saying, was she fasting?
No, I don't know. I can't really speak to it.
Tip $11, huh?
$11. Cheap and hungry. Cheap and hungry. They don't go well together. I work hard for my money.
Facts.
I work hard so I can eat well. That's crazy.
So the other thing was the cheesecake girl. First date, Indian looking guy. He goes, he comes out, opens the door, she locks the door.
The car door?
Car door.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to open the door for her, and she locks it because he said, she's on her live. Hey, y'all, he has the nerve to take me to Cheesecake Factory, a food chain, one of them chain restaurants.
Oh.
I'm not getting out this car. He could have took me somewhere else for the first date. He gets back in the car. He said, what's the problem? Do you take a woman like myself to a restaurant like Cheesecake Factory on the first date? He's like, well, I'm trying to get to know you. This is the first date, and I figure we can kind of, get to know each other a little better. She's like, I'm not a cheesecake kind of girl. You can take me to, Benihana's or whatever them high class.
Benihana's for a first date?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to talk over Benihana's?
Right. So that's what he's saying. And kind of realized, you could see in the video, he's like, yeah, she ain't the one for me.
Sure.
So, of course they ripped her.
Yeah. I guess, you're allowed to be particular. I don't know if you're allowed to make a spectacle out of your taste.
So you want to do a Cheesecake Factory in your first date?
I don't know. The type of men I hang out with, I have to... I'm like, what type of... Anyone who doesn't want me to go to their house is a win. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
What would be an ideal first date?
An ideal first date? I just went on a really good first date, actually. Okay. I went to the drive-in movie. I thought it was very sweet.
I thought people always thought that wasn't a really good place to go for a first date because you can't really talk.
Well, what is... No, it was...
just that part. When you want to talk and you can't really get to talk.
Well, he was actually really fun. And I like to talk through movies. And he was a quiet little stoner boy, so he liked to listen through movies. He liked the ASMR of like someone talk. Yeah. He was high. Yeah.
That's the one. Okay.
Cheesecake Factory. I like the Cheesecake Factory. I like the cheesecake. It's good food. I don't know. I would never be like, I don't know. My first date with my last boyfriend, we went to Five Guys, and I'm allergic to peanuts.
Oh, and it's a lot of peanuts around there.
Yeah. Are you catching on? It's not that I don't have standards. It's just that I'm new to dating in the first place.
No.
But cheesecake, I don't know. It's good cheesecake. It's kind of romantic. It's dim in there. You can talk. I don't think there's anything wrong with Cheesecake Factory first. You've heard it here. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It depends on what she was wearing. Like if he promised her.
She had I think it's a greenish dress on, nice little green dress on.
Oh, I'll have to go watch this video. This is interesting.
Yeah, you can find anywhere now.
I don't have any, but I respect a woman's right to be opinionated. I remember my first opinion. People were not happy.
Oh yeah. They said there was a part 2 of the video said that she got online and said some stuff. Apparently he had a reservation to a nicer restaurant. Oh. She was an hour late.
That's true. He did say that. Yes, he did say that.
An hour late. He was picking her up, and she was an hour late.
He did say that in the video.
Reservation.
He did say that in the video.
So then he tried to pick somewhere else that didn't require a reservation.
Yep.
Oh.
That was true. He did say that.
No, I think Cheesecake Factory is fine. Upon further inspection, it's good cheesecake. It's decent food. Why? Where were they? Were they in New York?
I don't know what city it was at, but
that also depends. I'm like, if you're in suburbia.
I just think it. So they made a list of all the places that are you shouldn't go on a first date on Facebook.
Oh wow!
I mean, come put a list together.
Yeah.
So this is some of the top ones.
I'm nervous.
One being Cheesecake Factory now.
Number 1 is Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
Are these ranked?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Number 2 is Applebee's.
That's true.
3.
That's true. Do not ever take me to an Applebee's. No.
Okay, that's where you draw the line at.
That is like a 10th date. That is like when your boyfriend, girlfriend, you're like, oh, $1 margaritas sound funny.
I get that. Okay, I could.
Don't you ever take me to an Applebee's.
2
I'm
for
sorry.
20 is not your
if
shit.
you're listening out there, don't you ever. Sorry.
All right. So that's where you draw your line.
Yeah,
Okay, Applebee's.
I think Applebee's is right.
All right. 3 Chili's.
Agree.
4 Chipotle.
For a first date, don't you ever take me to Chipotle on a
Why?
first date.
5 Guys.
That's crazy.
Rice over meat over rice is that better?
I know no, Chipotle's amazing. I love Chipotle, but for a first date, oh, that's crazy.
Okay, all right.
I agree with that. I haven't heard this, so this is me genuinely reacting. For a first date, Chipotle is unacceptable.
5 Olive Garden.
Agree. I used to have a friend who worked at Olive Garden. He said that the food would take so long because it's just a microwave back there. So all the waiters are just microwaving up your food. Don't ever take me to an Olive Garden.
I never fucking knew it. Olive Garden, I love they shit. Oh, fuck. Y'all just fucking
No, don't ever take me to an Olive Garden. Period. I don't care if you're my friend. I hope my dad's watching.
Damn. Just fuck my whole little... It's like telling me Santa Claus ain't real just now. Shit.
Sorry.
Number 6, the movies.
I think the movies is fine. Well... I've been on bad first dates at the movies because men get a little too presumptuous. No, they're like, you pay like at AMC, it's like all of a sudden it's $40 to see this movie, and then you got your hand around me on the first date, we're not talking. Then all of a sudden you want to kiss me just because they're kissing on the screen. I'm like, oh, you know,
setting up the mood.
I don't know, not on a first date. It's like dinner and a movie, and it better not be at Applebee's.
You go double down at Applebee's.
That's crazy.
Number 7, your house.
True.
Number 8, any food chain.
McDonald's. It depends. Like, if you're doing like, oh, let's have McDonald's and do like a picnic in the park. We don't want to do like if you find a way to make it like super cute, do it. If you have like an inside joke around it, do it. I love this dating advice column. I hope everyone's really...
She's going to write a column after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone said Chipotle is great for a first date.
For a first date?
See?
I don't know.
Some people like a little carnietas or whatever they call.
First date. I mean, if you want
from brown rice.
I think this opens a different conversation though about like how formal should a first date be. You know?
I guess. I think after a while, most problems, if you having a first date, at least for me, you done had a couple conversations now where you're so comfortable that you kind of understand.
Hopefully, yeah.
You know, this is just us being out here and getting to know each other and see each other a little more.
You know how some people are like really into astrology?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
I can't say that.
Neither can I. But I can tell everything about you from what you put in your Chipotle bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I can tell a lot. It's like palm reading. I'm into like everything but astrology.
All right, so I do brown rice.
Oh.
I don't like it. I don't like it already.
Okay.
Feel the presumption.
Okay.
Lettuce.
Okay.
Corn.
Okay.
I hate beans. Chicken.
Okay.
Salsa.
Which salsa? The mild one?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to think, it's been a while. Some queso.
Okay. Which chicken? The chicken, the pastor, or like the regular chicken? That's the spicy chicken or the regular chicken?
Spicy chicken.
Oh wow.
And
on brown rice.
Yeah. I'm trying to be healthy. try to a little healthy.
On brown rice. Well, I never.
And some guac.
Oh wow.
And I think that's it.
Okay. Health conscious. The queso takes it away from me. I'm allergic to avocado. So I don't know how I really feel about guac. No peppers. Spicy chicken. No sour cream.
Sour cream. Okay.
You do sour cream? Mm-hmm. Okay. The corn?
You don't like corn?
No, I do. I put it in mine too. Okay. I feel like we would be compatible friends.
Okay.
But that's like, I'd be
deeper than that. I think like, like walks in the park or some shit. Like, I thought,
No, you're health conscious. I mean, like when you didn't say sour cream, I was like tipped off. The beans tells me.
I'm Spanish. So I grew up with the beans.
You're over the beans?
I'm over the beans.
I know, but that's like a staple in the Chipotle. It's okay.
Nah, I don't.
Creative differences.
Yeah, I don't like the beans.
The brown rice is still like that's the foundation. That's weird.
Yeah, I just make me feel like I'm doing something healthy on top of the other shit I'm throwing.
Kind of. Sure. Yeah. Okay. What else? Where else can we not go on a date?
I feel judged right now. Number 9 is Buffalo Wild Wings.
For a first date?
Yes.
Agree.
These are all for first dates. 10, Wingstop.
Agree.
11, Red Lobster.
Agree.
12, any buffet.
Agree. Wait, isn't Chipotle technically a buffet? Agree.
You can go back and forth on your own. They make your food for you. Where am I at? 12?
Yeah.
13, IHOP.
Unless you're like 15. I think that.
I was at IHOP yesterday with my daughter. Okay.
I think that is lovely.
14, Denny's.
Agree.
15, the gym.
For a first date? That's who's going to the gym on the first date? I feel like that's how you meet.
16, church.
What? That's not right. I also feel like that's how you meet.
17, Starbucks.
I mean, I know that as a woman, I like to meet in a public place.
Got it.
I know a lot of people are boycotting Starbucks right now in the first place, so I guess I have to agree.
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Starbucks in the first place. Why are they boycotting it?
Because they donate money to the Israeli police force.
Oh.
I know, so a little bit of political.
That's where your grandes, latte grande.
Yeah, that's where the
Mucho,
50 cents for the
shits.
pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
18, coffee dates. Any coffee date.
Why?
Bad first date.
Don't agree.
I like coffee
Don't agree.
dates.
Don't agree.
Yeah.
And by the end, you're all caffeinated.
Yeah. And you know if it's shit real or not. You ain't about to get a $200 steak out my ass and ghost me.
Yeah, and you're meeting in a public, safe place, presumably during the day. I think that's good.
19, ice cream dates.
Why?
And 20, the last one, any family function.
Agree. Well, that's a crazy
family function. Definitely.
Have you seen that video of the girls who are like, well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, where can you go?
I see that one.
Well, it's like that. It's like all those dates. They're like, damn, if you can't go to the movies, where can you go?
Yeah.
For a first date, where should a man be taking you? Is there like a reverse where they should be taking you?
No, they do have a new list now where it says all the type of women in Korea, women that men should not date. And it's a 20
Really?
list. Yeah, CNAs, hairstylists, all types of shit. I got to get that list. I'll bring that list out next week.
Please.
Yeah, this is a good list. And they got Kevin Samuels in the front of the list.
Wow.
That's the cover. But yeah, it's 20 women the careers of women you shouldn't take out on first date.
Really? I wonder where comedian stacks up on that. I say it's number 1.
I gotta look at that. I glanced at it just before I got here.
Do not, if you can help it, do not date a comedian. As a comedian, they are.
As a comedian, yeah, sure.
Yeah, they are weird. They are weird. And also, if you break up, if you go on a first date with a comedian, they're dogging you like the next open mic they go to.
They will talk about it when the shit goes wrong.
Even when it goes right.
You miss bowling? You know, what about bowling on the first date? I like bowling on the first date. I've been to bowling.
I think bowling's acceptable.
Yeah, I think bowling is cool. What's the other one on top of it?
She said she don't want it to be formal. I guess I didn't turn my mic. She said she don't want. KK says she don't want it to be formal. Slick says people don't even dress up for funerals anymore. So why
that's true.
Be formal?
That's true. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. She's right. There's a Lithuanian man. His name is Adis J. He's living in Spain and was arrested for faking a heart attack in an attempt to get out of paying his restaurant bill.
Oh wow!
In his latest target, and he's done this in 20 different restaurants. The shameless scammer visited the El Juan Comer in the historic area of Spain, and he faked a heart attack after eating a seafood plate and 2 whiskeys, and it all equaled up to $36.80. He said when he finished his meal and drinks, the man attempted to leave, but was stopped by the restaurant staff who told him he had to pay. He then claimed he felt unwell and threw himself to the ground. It was very theatrical. He pretended to faint and slumped himself down on the floor, the restaurant staff said.
Wow.
But they didn't buy the antics, so they called the police. When the police came, they recognized him from the other times he'd done this shit and just arrested his ass.
He's a repeat offender.
20 stores. He would just fake.
20 stores?
They said 20 restaurants.
20 heart attacks? That's crazy. That's That's crazy.
That's dope.
Like, you have to be, the first time he did it, he said, oh my God, this is
Shit
it.
Works.
He said, this is my career move.
But what if they said, we're going to call the ambulance? Like, no, not that far.
That's crazy.
I'm driving myself home.
The police recognizing you is crazy for faking heart attacks. How old was he?
They say, did they give me his age? No, they didn't give me his age. But yeah, they said,
20? 20 heart attacks.
Several of the local restaurants filed a joint criminal complaint against him, seeking for him to be jailed for 2 years, but the judges gave him 42 days for and two paid fines. So he got 42 days in jail.
You would rather pay for an ambulance than have to pay like $40 for food? Why are you even eating $40 worth of food? Cheap and hungry. Do you see what I'm saying? That is crazy.
What if old girl faked a heart attack after the 48 oysters?
48. Well, then it would have been iconic because she was all dolled up.
She would have been on the live.
Yeah. Help. That would have been something. That's crazy. 20 heart attacks?
I think healthcare in Spain is free though. So.
Oh,
right.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's got to be G for you to be like, the cop be like, oh, this motherfucker right here.
Well, he
Get
gets
your ass up.
He gets free food and a ride home. That is so funny. He gets a ride home.
This nigga here, get the fuck up.
I know.
Ain't nothing wrong. Get the fuck up.
$40 is crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the bill's like crazy. It's for $36.80. Like, it's what?
Oh no. That's ridiculous.
Those wasn't in my whiskeys.
I know. Well, it's of course he's Lithuanian. We couldn't do that in America because it's like
no.
$400 over 40. Like
Kick
that's
our
crazy.
ass. First of all, it'd be some big old masculine bouncer busting our ass.
Well, have you seen Community?
What's that?
Community, the TV show that Donald Glover was on?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The old man on that show would always fake heart attacks. But it was like social situations. He'd say something racist, and they'd be like, you can't say that. And he's like, ah.
That's smart. That's how you get out of racism. Fake a heart attack.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, fake a heart attack.
Yeah.
So this is video. I think it was on TikTok or Instagram. I saw it. And I have 3 daughters. So it made me think in my head, damn, will my daughter say some shit like this? So the daughter is hugging her dad.
Right.
Girl had to be maybe, I give her 21 years old.
Oh, okay. I know where
seen the
this is
video?
going. I haven't seen it. I just see like the quote tweets, and I'm not even gonna open it. It's perverse, but you can tell me. You can
she
tell
said
it to
that
me.
the daughter is pretty much gushing over her dad, and is keep throwing in her mom's face that you don't matter with him, because no matter how much you sleep with him, he's still my blood related. He's blood related to me. So she's pretty much saying that
gross.
You sleep with him and have sex with him, but I'm actually his blood. I'm actually his relative, and if he needed a kidney, he would come to me. He can't come to you. I'm his forever, and you're an option. Imagine to your mom like, yo, he can get rid of you at any given time, but he can't get rid of me. We're forever. You're an option.
Oh God. Wow. True and gross. I don't like it when people bring sex into their family talk. That's weird.
Wow.
Really? She just said it unprompted.
Yeah, and dad is like totally caught between the mom was like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. He's like, oh shit. Thanks, I guess.
Wow. What to unpack? I mean, she needs to go to therapy.
Yes.
That's really weird that she's thought about that. And like, obviously she has beef with the mom too.
Right.
I think that mommy issues are way more interesting and nuanced than daddy issues.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're more interesting. Daddy issues played out. I get it.
So this is it. The
mommy
new
issues.
Thing is,
I have mommy issues. I love my mom.
You do?
I have mommy issues. Yeah.
But you're not talking about.
I wouldn't say
like
that. Yeah, no, I would not.
Like, no matter how much you fuck daddy.
I'm not. No, I'm not fighting my mom.
My guy.
Yeah. He's just a guy. He's just a guy that lives in my house.
Yeah, my daughters are daddy's girls, but I don't think they be like
How
that.
How old was that girl? She
looked like, I give her the minimum 18.
What an
like
interesting
19.
concept to grapple with. Like I don't know.
Like it was
Maybe she's
kinda,
a genius. Maybe she's a genius and like, or autistic, and that's totally fine. Like
that's damn two.
She can be the same.
That's a hell of a range.
I know.
God damn, there's no middle ground for that one.
There's nothing wrong. Some of my best friends are autistic, and you know what?
That's some of your best friends.
Yeah,
that made it better. I got 3 autistic friends.
And I
it's
have
totally
like
okay for me to say that shit.
I have a very strong concept of what it. So maybe
Although
she
you might
is.
say I got a strong autistic fan base, but go ahead.
No, that'd be maybe for the smarties in the room. They're smart. They get it, but that's a very socially awkward thing to say. That's gross.
Very gross.
Do I have to press this again? My little live went off. I think I have to press it again.
You did. Yeah.
Oh, checking connection. Okay, this is fine. This is good. This is
you know what happened? You don't
What?
be on live a lot.
I don't.
So you got 30
I'm not
minutes
on
and they cut you off. That's
Really?
Yeah, you got to be on a lot more. You got to be on like so you can go forever.
Oh wow.
So when you're not on like that, Instagram like, yep, that's enough time. She don't be doing this shit like that.
Oh wow.
So
They think it's a mistake or something.
Yeah, there's no you ain't on it like that, so I'll give you extra time.
Oh wow.
It's like a curfew.
Oh wow.
She don't,
That's good
she
to
don't
know.
go nowhere. Go up the street and come right back.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh shit. So okay, yeah, well, we agree on that.
Yeah.
That's definitely different. Are you the only child?
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
I have disdain for. What, are you an only child? Are
No.
you an only child?
No.
Is this a safe space? Yeah, you are. This is just for us. Oh, okay.
No. I got a brother and sisters.
Yeah. Do you want to guess? Okay, so I'm not into astrology. I do Chipotle bowl readings. I'm also into birth order. So you say you have a brother and a sister out of 3. That's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic. Are you the middle child? Or are you?
Because for my father, yes, because he has 3.
Oh, okay.
And for my mother, I'm the oldest.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Do you know what I am? Can you guess? Birth order is really interesting. There's a lot of books written on it.
You are the baby.
No, I'm the oldest.
At 23?
At 25.
Really?
Yeah.
How many?
Out of 3. I have 2 little sisters.
Okay.
And I'm the star. And my sisters are awesome. They're very smart, beautiful
How old are they?
young ladies. Sloan is going to be 22 very soon, and then Regan is 20.
I like the names. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Very regal names.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And do they think about daddy like that?
No.
You gotta ask them.
No, we do love our dad, though. You know, there's a TikTok trend talking about, like, if a girl has a bald dad. Have you heard about that? Mm-mm. She's not to be trifled with if she has a bald dad, and it's very true. Our dad's just bald, and we love our dad, and we respect our dad. He's just bald.
What does that mean?
That just means that we're tough.
Oh, you took a lot of.
If you have a bald dad, that means you're tough.
Okay.
And that means you talk to men any type of way. So talk about somebody else's son that way. I don't know if that makes sense.
I get.
I'm a little convoluted. I'm convoluted. I'm odd. I'm peculiar.
I like it. I like it. I can dig it.
Thanks.
I can dig it.
That's so funny.
There's a video of a young lady
Sure.
doing what looks like Instacart,
Okay.
delivering food,
Okay.
and just when she's about to give the food, she tells the person she's delivering the food to, "I'm not gonna give you your groceries because you didn't tip me well."
What?
And I shoved all this $1,400 worth of groceries in my car. I really went to shop for your eggs and all kind of stuff like that, and you gave me hell, and you didn't tip me.
Wow.
I'm taking this shit back to the store.
She went through all that effort to do that? Was she on live?
Yep. So,
That sounds like a waste of time.
what do you feel about?
I mean, do they get hourly? I don't know anything about.
So I used to do Instacart. You get it based on the bulk of the quantity of the groceries.
Right.
A lot of times, the tip is already built in.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So they give you the tip ahead of time. I don't know if when she gathered stuff and said she completed the order, if the lady took the tip away.
Oh.
But they normally the tip is already, you already know ahead of time. I'm gonna take this job because there's a $20 tip attached to it. Because I didn't take anything that was under $20 at first. You can say no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that.
Oh, cool.
So she
Right
probably
on.
was like, "Yo, I did $400 worth of shit. I expected a certain tip up front, and you
Took it
the
away.
shit back. So I'm gonna take the shit back to the store."
I don't know. It's kind of within her right. I work at a little pizzeria, and I get mad when people don't tip.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Because it shows me on the other side, and I hate to, like, pocket watch or anything like that. But I'm like, we just went through all that. Like, you told me your life story, and you told me exactly how you wanted me to make your pizza, knowing that I'm not even in the kitchen. You want me to go and communicate all this. You want me to bring it out to you on a silver platter. I told you I was going to do it. And then you're not even going to tip. I'm like, it is
hard work.
It is very hard work. So I get her.
You get her.
I don't know if I would put it on live. People who go on live.
You know that.
I don't do live enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't social media like that. I just.
You're behind the times.
I guess. All I do is I'm like, hi. I like post pictures. I'm like, I'm doing a show.
You're supposed to put your movie date on social media.
I guess.
While he's stoned.
Well, he's stoned. I know.
So look, he's fucking
I'm gonna start
stoned.
eating oysters.
Yeah. He's stoned. I'm an oyster, and yeah.
We went. That was a good movie. We went and saw, and we got to I had never seen any of them. I'm not a horror movie person.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
So you went right to the last one before you ever see the other 39 of them?
That's true.
Oh, that's a lot.
And we get there, and he doesn't like horror movies, and I don't like horror movies.
Whose idea was it?
It was his idea, because it was sweet. Listen, we're not at Cheesecake Factory. We're not at Applebee's. We're not at his house. We're not at my house. We're not at IHOP. We're not at Chipotle.
You're not into.
No, and then we both get there. It's Halloween. That's the only reason this movie's playing. It's Halloween. And we're like, oh, shoot, like, we forgot. And then we're like, oh, are we going to turn around? It's a good date. The vibes are good. He has a car. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
That's a huge thing.
You said he had
I would love to date more men with cars. Yes. Yes. It is painful. My friends are going to watch this and be like, oh, my God, she's talking about it. Yes. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you...
With a skateboard for
Yes.
I want to hear this shit.
Oh, God. Love him. Good friend. Not always the best partner. Not always the best partner. He was like allergic to taking the bus for some reason. I said, you can't rely on me and your roommates. That's it. But he could like do a really cool like jump. He could jump over stuff on the skateboard. I've always been into skateboarders. Ever since I was young, yeah. So I just I'm making up like my list of priorities. So right now, I just want him to be taller than me, competent, and to have a car. Handsome would be nice. A job would be nice. Passions would be nice.
That's easy.
A good relationship with his parents would be nice. But like a car and like taller than me and competent.
He can breathe. He can drive.
Yeah.
And
he could look down on me. Yeah. You ever date a man like older than...
No, I can't say that.
You ever date someone...
The story's already above me.
You ever date someone who eats fish sticks still in their 20s? Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
It was a lot. Love him. Good friend.
Not fish sticks.
Yes, fish sticks.
Who the fuck?
So then, anyways, this current date, we're sitting there. He's seen the Saw movies. I have my eyes covered. The cool thing about going to a drive-in is you can turn the volume on and off.
That's true.
It got really gross. We're laughing, we're giggling. He's high, I'm not. He's smiling. I'm like, you have a nice smile. He's like, thank you. And we just like look into each other's eyes as someone's being murdered. It was a nasty movie. That was a nasty movie.
He had worse.
Did you see? I know.
He's worse.
I know. The fact that I was getting in on the 10th movie, I was like, oh no.
No, that's just mild compared to other shit.
So I could remember, and then he didn't bring out the puppet until like halfway through. I said, where has this guy been?
Yeah.
I said, bring out the puppet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's definitely in his decline. I was like,
As soon as the first time I said, let's play, I said, this is why I've been avoiding it. When did the first movie come out?
Shit.
I bet you I wasn't. Was I even born when the first
2000s?
movie? Was I born when that movie came out?
Yeah, like maybe 2003.
2003. I was 5. So I've never had any. Yeah.
You know, I would say binge on it, but you're not gonna watch it, so no.
What? Binge it? No, absolutely not.
I was gonna say you're not gonna watch it.
Absolutely not. It was either it was Saw or The Nun or The Exorcist. That was crazy. It's Halloween.
I'm tired of fucking Exorcism.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I wanted him to like me.
Exorcism movies.
I wanted him to like me. Do you know what I mean? So we didn't go see The Nun.
This one's twice as
The Pope Exorcism was the last one I watched. I was like,
Yes.
I'm tired of these exorcism movies.
We're talking about that is based off the original.
No, hold on.
The one with the 2 girls. Okay.
I don't know how to make
might
this
give it a
not
try.
do that.
Yeah, don't like you.
No. Oh gosh, I don't know how to live. I'm so glad that you do though, because I don't even know if they were watching me. Because I was like frozen.
They were for a minute.
I know, it was frozen.
Your live said fuck them.
Okay.
She don't do this shit enough.
I don't.
You gotta give a fuck.
I don't.
You have your girl Sexy Red.
Yes.
Do you listen to music?
Not for real.
Not for real. Neither do
I hear whatever is on like TikTok, and I support her mission.
What's her mission?
To find where the hoes are at. I want to know where the hoes are at.
Oh, I'm about to say, what's her? Is there something I missed?
She wants to find where the hoes are at, and she wants to spread body positivity of all different colors, of all different parts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That lipstick line is crazy.
I'm also looking for the hose. I just don't always.
Really?
Like when I'm like on my daily walks, I just.
You say with the hose?
I know. I listen to something. I listen to something a bit more peaceful.
Oh, okay.
But I understand where she's coming from. What about Sexy Red?
So do you understand? Let me see if you understand this one.
Okay.
She tweeted on the Twitter or X, I should say.
Right.
Man, I've been working so hard. My coochie's starting to stink.
Oh.
Period.
That's real.
Can I
speak to that? I don't know about.
Have you been so busy that you like, damn, my pussy stink. I'm working too hard.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh.
Which is graphic. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing when a woman's connected to herself. Me and my friends are all very like open about our experiences with ourselves, and like sometimes, yeah, like you work up a sweat, or your girl bossing too hard, or people are on it too much. You're like
girl boss too hard.
Or like it also depends on like. I mean, I have a pretty good diet. I don't know. It won't just happen just cause. It's probably.
What
you know what I'm saying?
It's got to work its way up to it.
Yeah. Okay. It has to like maybe once in a blue moon. That's interesting.
Yeah, she just.
That's kind of foul. That's foul mouthed, and I'm pretty. I can be crude too, but that's a lot.
That you just put on Twitter. Hey.
Sometimes I saw this one. No, I don't put it on. I don't put it on.
I'm just saying.
Oh, did she say purr or did she say period?
She said period. My pussy stank. Period.
Interesting. Yeah. I saw this one podcast about these guys talking about, I like it when girls come home and then like we get freaky and she didn't take a shower because I want to taste her day. I'm assuming it's like something like that is what she's alluding to. Yeah. So I understand it. I mean, different strokes for different. Yeah. Very interesting. I've been working. I wonder what she was doing. Was she working hard? Or like was she working out? Or like what was she doing?
I don't know what the fuck she was doing. Maybe. Doing some shows on stage or some shit like that. I don't know.
Well, good for her. I think what she's actually saying is it's not like to be taken too seriously. She's just saying like I'm working so hard. You should be proud. Like it's evident. Yeah, it's evident. It's like palpable. You know what I'm saying? It's evident. It's evident, and all her power is coming from one place. It's evident.
Tangy puss.
Peyton the Leash Kid. That is Oh my gosh, has someone seen my stand-up before? That's so funny. I also do a really good Korn impression. Are you familiar?
What's up? Huh?
Are you familiar with the band Korn with a K?
Yes.
Yeah. So they have a song called "Freak on a Leash."
Okay.
And I kind of like to bring that into my set, even though
Is that what he's referring to?
Where?
Sheffield. You said
Peyton the Leash Kid. No, I was just that's probably someone being like Peyton the Leash Kid.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Maybe want to add that on your shit.
I guess.
AKA the Leash Kid.
Maybe.
Last one.
Yeah.
A pilot named Joseph David Emerson.
Yeah.
Who tried to shut off a plane engines mid-flight. Hadn't slept in 40 hours. Emerson allegedly told officers he believed he was having a nervous breakdown. He said, I pulled both emergency shut-off handles because I thought I was dreaming and I just want to wake up. Emerson said he had not slept in 40 hours prior to the incident and allegedly discussed use of psychedelic mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
Emerson was taken into custody in Portland and faces charges including 83 counts of attempted murder.
Wow.
According to officials.
Do you do mushrooms?
Absolutely not. No need.
I can't really... I know, I agree. I can't speak to that.
But you're doing it before you go fly.
I mean, people do mushrooms before they do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, people but not flying. I'm cool to flying.
People are drugged up before a lot of things.
Does mushrooms every day.
A lot of things.
I'm sure they're flying planes.
Right. People are high for a lot of things. People are drunk for a lot of things. And not sleeping for 40 hours. Maybe, I mean, I hear that like mushrooms do a lot for people.
I've heard a lot.
Maybe it gives, like they were like caffeinated mushrooms.
What?
Caffeinated mushrooms? I don't know. I don't know how drugs. I don't know. I don't know how drugs work. I don't do those.
Nice disclaimer.
I know. I don't do those.
I don't know how drugs work, Mom and Dad.
I'm like, I love my vegetables, right, Dad?
Right. Mushrooms is vegetables.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
No, me?
No, not you.
Oh.
No.
She said it melts away. Everything melts away.
Oh.
I could get why. I mean, people love doing drugs to do important things. People do mushrooms and drive. That's the same thing.
But I don't want my pilot doing it and then stopping the plane in midair like he's hitting an emergency brake.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Bad trip. He took a risk.
Hell of a risk.
Hate that for him.
You think?
40 hours.
Steve Jobs used to do mushrooms, LSD all the time.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs? I mean, he gave us a phone. I let him have it.
Yeah.
I let him have it.
Drugs don't.
That's probably why he had to have eaten fucking apple.
Yeah, drugs don't make me more creative. They make me
sleepy.
I get really sleepy.
They say LSD expands your mind so much. Like it expands your.
It expands it and makes your head bigger.
Like no, like yeah. I said your mind. Your head would be a physical object. Your mind is infinite, so it expands your mind, your creativity. You can reach.
I like the way my mind is.
I don't think I want
to. The guys who do the weed show on Sunday said that they have a friend that does LSD, does mushrooms, and she has a door that she paints when she does it.
Oh wow!
He says that door is the best fucking door he's ever seen.
I believe it.
You can walk through it the way it's painted.
And
every time she does mushrooms, he says she paints the door.
The same door.
Same door.
Wow.
That does intrigue me. I don't know. Have you ever seen like a rubber band that's stretched out? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's my mind. That's your mind on LSD. I'm not a fan. However, I'm really intrigued when there's someone else. I love TikTok. Someone else I follow on TikTok. They will like play instruments through different things so you can hear the sounds. Like like how you have sustain pedals and whatnot. You can just like take the plug out and put in something else. And one time they played the guitar through a mushroom. And I could get it. Like, I understood.
Why they would do that drug.
Yeah, I understand it. It sounds fun. It sounded, like, porous and bubbly and, like, odd. I was like, oh, I get it. Would not do it. Would not do it, no.
Did that convince you to try it?
Would not do it. I would smoke weed in high school, and I had to stop smoking. I have a joke about this, too, about my misadventures. I would smoke weed in high school, and I had to stop because I would trip so bad. I would trip so bad off of marijuana, and I would see Jesus, and I would feel my consciousness expand. I saw my entity go this way, go that way, and then have you ever seen Daria? You know, like how the exit with the credits would roll and all the different things were happening. All that was happening to me in real life. I passed out. We were in a cornfield because I'm from Illinois, and people had to carry me, and I was prom queen. I just wanted to say that I was prom queen, and they were like,
high?
No. This is right now. Okay. I was prom queen, and they're like, "Oh my God, we gotta carry the prom queen back home because my mom didn't know where I was. She thought I was at the movies, and then I came home too early. My mom was like, "Why are you here?" I was like, "Girl, I can't tell you." I can't tell you. So I had to stop doing weed. But I was cool in college though. I smoked a little bit of weed in college.
What college you went to?
I went to Drake University. I was so cool. I mean, and people tease me. They're like, "Oh, you don't know how to smoke weed. You can't handle." I'm like, "No, I know the bong goes up your ass and you drink the water afterwards, right?" I was cool in college. I was cool. I know how to smoke weed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's conventional way of smoking weed.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
At Drake.
That's how everybody does it.
Yeah, I went to Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, go Dogs.
So that's how they do it in Drake.
No, that's just me being stupid. That's a little weed humor.
I got you. I mean,
I
you
can't
do the same thing with alcohol.
Yeah, and now I'm a singer, so I've stopped.
Because you don't want to mess up your throat?
Yeah, I went to school for acting, and at one point during the first semester, the head acting teacher, he was like, "You all need to stop smoking blunts." And we were like, what? How do you know that we're high? And he's like, "Because we can hear it in your voice. You need to start smoking out of bongs." And then once he said that, I stopped smoking because, the water cools it off by the time it gets to your throat. Because when you're smoking blunts, you know, it's like the tobacco, whatever. And then I had to stop smoking weed. That's the real reason I stopped smoking weed, because I would get too high off of bongs. I was a one and done. You'd have to take me home. It was so bad.
One puff.
I could never control it.
Lightweight. Okay.
Yeah, and that just told me I didn't need to be doing that.
I'm mad your teacher knew that shit.
No, you can hear it.
You blunt motherfucker, stop.
No, you can hear it.
Get the glass dick and suck from that.
Drugs affect people in different ways. The other day, I was out, and this kid, he was eating a really good kid, like he was my age. He's eating a hot dog. I was in EAV. I said, "Where'd you get that hot dog?" Because, like, midnight in EAV, there's, like, 10 different places to get a hot dog. Would that one look good? And he was like, "I got it over there." And I was like, "Oh, my God, with your dying breath." Like, it literally sounded like he was dying. And he's just like, "No, I've just been doing cocaine." I was like,
wow.
Whoa. And I was like, he said it out loud, like, in broad daylight. And obviously it's
your appetite, though.
I don't know what cocaine does.
So
I have no idea what cocaine does.
I'm testing you.
I have no idea. Okay. You're not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch
Pop
me.
quiz. You answered right. Mom, Dad, you raised a good one.
Makes
I almost
sense.
caught her.
Like he might have been accidentally drinking it through his sinuses. It makes sense. Like when he said it, everyone's like, "Why is coke affecting you?" I don't know. And you know what color he was. It had nothing to do with me. I said, "Let me get out of here."
She said, he said cocaine.
I said, "What? Why does it sound like you're dying?" I think that I'm funnier conversationally, which is why I'm like really excited to write a TV show and see if I can like record my day-to-day. I'd love to do a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows. One of my top 5 favorite shows. That's my ringtone.
Yeah, that's good.
And I bought the when Blockbuster went out of business.
Yeah.
They were selling the fucking set cassette.
Oh wow.
Like 50 cents. I bought the whole every season.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's the name? He added
JB Smooth.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the best TV combo.
Best part when that motherfucker was like, go to cleaners, you get something, you take something. And that motherfucker wanted his shirt back so bad. You gotta go get that fucking shirt. Larry, you gotta go get that fucking
That's
shirt.
That's the best TV combo ever. Like, that shit was magic. The blacks? Oh. God, you couldn't write that perfection, man. Them motherfuckers interacting every time. I'm like, and this shit's unscripted?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way I keep a straight face. Because the whole shit is that's what makes it even better. Once I found out that the whole shit is improv, like he just said, this is the scene.
Just talking.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just talking. That's how I live my life, though. That's what my life feels like. I'm sure everyone. Yeah, I'm sure that's what everyone says about their life. Everyone's the main character, but like.
Yeah, that shows.
I'm the mainest character, I guess.
I remember this motherfucker tripped about shrimp in his rice. You're gonna ask everybody, how many shrimp did you get in your Chinese food?
Yeah.
I only got like 5. Is that normal? What's the normal? 6?
Yeah.
He asked everybody in the episode, like, this motherfucker's dead serious. They came back at an argument, like, you shorted me a shrimp. I think it's about $1.06 worth of fucking food. Yo, Larry David just like pretty good.
Anything, yeah.
I love that fucking show. Yeah. So yeah, that's. We will support the show. Please let us know. Yeah. The show is this.
Thanks.
Okay, so we near the end of the show.
Okay.
Plug yourself. Plug your what shows you got coming up, and your social media so people know where to follow you.
Okay, awesome. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Notorious PEY, because the P stands for problem. Just kidding. Just kidding, I'm so fun. This weekend I have the Midnight show. It is the closing of Noni's Bar. So sad.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember hearing
so
that
sad. I was the last feature, but on the 27th in a couple days, I'm going to be doing Tamar Rubin's show there. I'm very excited. And then keep a lookout for all my socials, particularly Instagram, for crowdsource funding for my show, The Office of Res Life. Keep a lookout in January for my EP coming out. It's going to be called Pay's Room. I'm very excited about that.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. Congratulations. I'm over here bragging. I've never seen
that shit happen. Okay.
I'm over here bragging.
Okay.
I also do hair, makeup, creative direction. So if you're a comedian or an actor trying to do like a photo shoot or something like that, and you need encouragement or you need makeup, obviously you have this to pick from. I've done a couple of other people, a few other people, comedians, makeup for stuff, and it's gone very well. So you can definitely hit me up. I'm very social, very, very flexible. Okay. I think that's everything I have to say.
Okay. I like it. If you have not watched this show live for whatever reason, you can catch the show again and watch this Peyton talk her talk.
Yeah. On
any of the social medias like Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Facebook, Misfits of Comedy, Instagram, Misfits of Comedy, Amazon Music, Roku TV, Pandora, like everything. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You're not gonna pop our collars, but shit, we're fucking everything. Okay. Yeah. So whatever you watch, your favorite podcast on, which should be one of us, keep watching.
Yay.
All right. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time, same bat channel, 8:00. Peace.
Chris Classic 2016. First of all, I'm a New York nigga. New kicks, new chicks, and new fitted. You could put me anywhere, I'ma kick it. 125th G-Dep, let's get it. I hate when niggas say you make real hip-hop. I will still fuck your bitch in Gucci flip-flops. The problem is if I say anything intelligent, you call it conscious like it's somehow not relevant. I agree that this ain't really for KOD, but say la vie out the bows in the SUV. On my way to the black Oscars.